Master Euro, you survived. What is up, my friends? Welcome. What a week it has been. I picked a real bad time to have a tropical storm and have no power. Tuesday we had a tropical storm, out of power since then, honestly. It's now Sunday. I'm recording this. We finally got power back. And I missed a whole bunch of excitement. Of course, we saw the bannings in Standard, Teferi, Reclamation, Growth Spiral, and Cauldron Familiar gone. Whole new format to explore. I haven't really gotten to explore it, unfortunately, because I've had no ability to use electricity. And but doesn't mean Standard hasn't been going on without me. And Sultai, and Friends has been tearing it up. I believe it won the Star City SG Tour online tournament. It won the Red Bull tournament in the hands of, I'm not going to try and pronounce this player's name and ruin it, but took the whole tournament down to the Red Bull tournament. A very large tournament as well. Red Bull tournament was, over 1,000 players. And Sultai Ramp coming out on top. And this is kind of like the who's left in Standard. I saw my article last Friday on CoolStuffInc.com. I went over cards that were left, basically. With so many bans in Standard, what's left? There's always going to be best cards in the format. Which ones are left? And a lot of the ones that we talked about in that article are right here. Of course, Euro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, still here, still kicking, still one of the best threats possibly even ever printed. Honestly, that's a little extreme, but honestly, Euro really does everything. Of course, Hydroid Krasis is still here alongside Nissa, who shakes the world. Got to be one of the most powerful cards in the format right now, given all the bannings. And, a lot of cards you've seen before. Thought Erasure, Aether Gust, Cultivate, Teferi, Master of Time, stepping in for Teferi Time Raveler. Still a very good card. Very good Planeswalker. Very, very solid card that plays really well with Euro. You can discard the Euro. You can fill your graveyard. You can also discard some of your more niche cards like Aether Gust or Extinction Event if they're not good in the matchup. And this deck's got it all, realistically. We got not a ton of ramp with no Growth Spiral, of course. 4 Euro and a Cultivate. It's not really like a pure ramp deck in the sense of like rampant growth. But of course, Nissa and Euro, very good cards that also do ramp, and a lot of big top end here. Of course, Hydroid Krasis, one of the best top end cards in Standard in a really long time. And Casualties of War, a card that is very, very powerful and really can mop up Planeswalkers or basically anything you want. It says it right on the card. And if Nissa is one of the best cards in the format, Casualties of War is one of the best cards against Nissa because you get to kill their Planeswalker, their land that is a creature, their land that is a land, and then whatever else they have as well. So a lot of cards you've seen before, and a pretty good mix here. Sideboard's got a lot of the usual suspects, honestly. Negate, Aether Gust, more discard, more kill spells. Of course, Wilt, Narset, very good in the mirror. Things like other Hydroid Krasis decks, other control decks. End of the God Eternals is our big anti-aggro card. This can't kill a Winona before it goes off, but can kill Winona, can kill mono red cards. Of course, Embercleave back and forth. Now that the format has shifted a bit. And of course, extra copies of Casualties of War as well. So this deck has been stomping the Week 1 metagame in this brand new Standard format. And we're going to see what the fuss is all about. But first, we'd word from our sponsors at CoolStuffInc.com.
CoolStuffInc.com now has their own branded sleeves. These sleek, matte finished sleeves will keep all standard size cards safe and protected. Get yours today at CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
All right, let's go here with our first match. Winning die rolls, taking names. Still here. Euro's still here, Hand looks good. Obviously, we'd like our Aether Gust to be live, but even then, we have kill spells, Euro. The passage is honestly quite nice for the Euro as well. Give us an extra card in the graveyard. Pelt Collector. Nice Aether Gust, Jim. Nice Aether Gust. Nice Extinction Event, too. So just play lands, they go. Temple of Abandon. All right. We're going to go top. They're gonna play a 1-drop. So now we're probably in line to just play Extinction Event on odd. So we're gonna take the 1 here. And let's just play Triome and say go. We can Heartless Act any evened creatures and then untap an Extinction Event on odd if they play another odd creature. So kind of a lose-lose for our opponent here. Robber of the Rich, sure. So resolve those. All right, so I think we're pretty happy just playing the Extinction Event here. It's 2 for 1. Keeps off the board. They have a Haster. We still have Aether Gust. We still have Euro. Feeling mostly good about things here. Swamp's a little awkward with Euro, obviously, but I think we're going to get an island here. Extinction Event on odd. Worst case would be like Land Questing Beast, but we're building towards a Euro. We have Aether Gust. Robber of the Rich. I'm not trying to rob you. They're going to steal a Teferi, Master of Time. That's pretty good, honestly. All right, I think we're going to Temple first. Look for a land on top to draw off Euro, so we can play Euro and then Aether Gust. There it is. Play Euro. Then we're real close to actually just casting Euro from the graveyard as well, which is very good against them. Gust will be the 4th card in the bin. So we got Gust on tap, 6 lands in play, 4/4 Krasis or Nissa. They have 3 cards, we have 3 cards. They're just going to attack. Oh, but now they can play Teferi. I screwed up. All right. That's awkward, but sure. Obviously, I needed to decide if we wanted to Gust this before they attacked and not give them the opportunity to play Teferi, which is really awkward. That's okay, though. You know, Power's been out for a week. Haven't played any games of Magic in a week. We'll get a little shake the rust off here. I think we're just gonna let this happen because we can Nissa with Gust up next turn as well. So let him cast our Teferi, which is kind of gross. We'll play Nissa. We'll pressure Teferi.
Strange and magnificent world.
I guess Swamp is probably the worst land here. Can't cast Euro. Fire up the old Swamp. Attack Teferi. Force a phase.
The land fights for us.
Yep, that's fine. Like it's phased. It's tapped and say go. Still have Gust up, of course. So we're going to get to untap with Krasis. I'm sorry, with Nissa. Krasis in hand, we have Euro. Skargan Dargan. Alright, Skargan Hellkite is a large creature, but not going to be large enough here, most likely. Gust it away. Untap with Nissa. And just you know, just classic Sultai here, right? Or any Nissa deck, really. Just defend. Untap with Nissa. Basically win the game usually, you know, so pretty sweet for us, This is a play pattern we're going to need to, you're either going to need to get used to or be able to beat in this new standard format. All right, so let's see here. We can now kill Teferi no matter what. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can play a 8/8 and an 8/8 Krasis, untap a land, and then attack also. I think that's better than attacking first, yeah. So this is 10 mana. I guess we could untap a land and play it for 2 more. Sure, whatever. They know what's up. They know what's up, you know. The Gruul decks don't deal with Euro or large Hydroid Krasis particularly well. So we get to bring in Aether Gust, we get to bring in Eliminate and Noxious Grasp. I suppose Enter the God Eternals is pretty good against them too, right? I mean, it seems pretty solid. I would say we don't want Agonizing Remorse. Thought Erasure is fine. Cultivate's a little slow. Teferi Master of Time seems fine, not particularly incredible. Casualties of War is not great against them either, unless they have some spicy Planeswalkers on the board. It can kill an Embercleave, but Embercleave has probably done its job at that point. Given all of our spot removal and Aether Gusts, Embercleave doesn't seem particularly good anyway. Let's get rid of these. And Thought Erasure is also like fine, but not particularly exciting. I'd say Teferi is probably the worst card here. They just couldn't overwhelm it pretty well. Let's just ship the Teferis and bring in the third God Eternals. I don't hate this Cultivate, but there's the fact that we have sweepers or we're cultivating into a turn 4 End of the God Eternals. It's a pretty nice thing to ramp into. I don't know what's better or what's worse than Cultivate, though. Like, Thought Erasure is like, we have plenty of ways to kill things 1 for 1. I actually kind of like that. Let's kind of Thought Erasure for a Cultivate. Most of the time, we're just going to be killing the things they play. We don't need to risk drawing a worthless Thought Erasure on turn 7 when they've already emptied their hand. So we'll just kill things and survive. And the matchup seems pretty good for us. Not with that hand, though. Not with that hand. Better. And all tap lands is obviously super awkward, but I'm going to ship the Thought Erasure for the reasons we've already discussed. 2 kill spells and a Euro seems a lot better. Probably not casting Thought Erasure on turn 3, so no 1-drop is nice. These Gruul decks are, that big question of, do they have a 1-drop or no? Because the texture of their hand changes a lot if they don't. And no 2-drop either? Wow. All right, so I think we're going to shock here, have the ability to play Gust, Act, or Eliminate. If they make no play on turn 3, I think we're pretty happy either way. And this opens up the ability for us to play a tap land this turn and a tap land next turn, and then maybe later as well. All right, so Gruul Spellbreaker, if it resolves, we can't target it, so we're just going to Gust this. Put it on top, sure. Eliminate, awkward, because we can't target the Spellbreaker on their turn. But it's just how it is. Is what it is. Spellbreaker again, sure. Pretty easy to kill that on our turn, obviously. I'd like to draw a land so I can Euro and kill spell next turn. There's your land right there. I guess we'll fetch first. Yeah, I guess. I think it really matters too much. And we're gonna Forest. Play Euro. Euro's just so good, it's silly. Alright, and then we're gonna eliminate this. Heartless Act can kill a dragon or a 4-drop, whereas obviously Eliminate cannot. That's 3 cards in the bin for Euro already. So we cast these 2 kill spells, we play Euro. Euro does play... Ooh. Cloythus God of Destiny, trying to make our Euro look silly. Let me draw another Euro. Well, that's good. I guess I can't get rid of both Euros, right? So we'll just Euro and gain some more life. And put that in tapped. Alright, I mean, it's not ideal because the Cloythus does answer Euro pretty well, but our deck isn't just Euro. Our deck is also Nissa and Hydroid Krasis and so on and so forth, so could be worse. Could be worse. Not a bad sideboard card though. And it's a piece of graveyard hate, but it's also just like a fine card. Garrick Unleashed. Making a 3/3 beast token. Alright, I'll kill that. I think we'll use Eliminate. We're currently at 4 in the bin. So ideally we draw a fetch line. That'd be pretty great. But Yeah, they were going to eliminate. Aether Gust. That also plays, actually. So now we can Aether Gust and cast Euro, which is awesome. Would I rather Gust the Cloithus or the Garruk? Definitely the Garruk, I think. Because Cloithus, once the Euro's in play, the Cloithus doesn't matter much anymore, so... Fire off the old Gusty. And of course, he's back again. Thought Erasure, sure. That's not bad, actually, because they draw Garruk. Probably can't empty their hand, so we'll probably get to Thought Erasure or something, but we also just have Krasis for 4 or 5. Euro and Krasis are just so good against these Gruul beatdown decks, so they're going to take their own creature. They're going to put us back to 20 life and play Vivien. All right, so if there is a Game 3, Casualties of War is definitely coming back in, because they are playing a significant Planeswalker presence post-board, but so far, Heartless Act looked kind of bad, honestly. We can't kill this this beast either, but I mean, we're definitely gonna cast Thought Erasure. I guess we'll just attack first and see what's up. I mean, probably gonna block, honestly, because they want to keep this. We're gonna shock. They want to keep this Vivien around, so sure. And now we can Thought Erasure the Garruk. We can Krasis as a 6/6 as an alternative. We can also make a 4/4 Krasis and then cast Thought Erasure. 4/4 Krasis does not line up as well as a 6/6. 6/6 should be extremely hard for them to kill. So I don't think Garruk matters that much. They are making a lot of 3/3s, I suppose. We can always Heartless Act the 3/3 though and get attacking with the Krasis. Yeah, we're just gonna slam. Let's play for 6. The Simic cards are just so good. It's so funny because, like, obviously Oko's gone, Growth Spiral's gone. Just like, they've already banned 2 Simic cards, and the Simic cards in the format are all still just so good. Now, they could go nuts here. Experimental Frenzy style off the top of the deck. There's a Rada. That's pretty good. So Rada and Vivien's actually really nice together because Rada allows you to play a land off the top of your deck, and Vivien wants you to have creatures on top of your deck, so Rada gives you an extra look. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So they're you know, assembling a pretty impressive board here, but
You're in the wrong neck of the woods.
so what? You know, like basically, Krasis is gonna run him over. Euro's still here. We can Heartless Act the Rada, which would turn off the Cloithus. And then get some attacks in. We obviously have drawn a lot of lands here, but it could be worse. I think we're going to Thought Erasure first. I guess maybe we attack. Because we're going to draw a card up Euro, too. That's Thought Erasure. Another one. Passage in the bin. Okay. Get a forest. Kill this. Turn off the Cloithus. And then we're going to kill Vivien and threaten Garruk, because Vivien is by far the more important card. They could double block and kill Euro here, but that doesn't matter though, because we can put the Passage into play. We drew another Krasis, just an embarrassment of riches here. So now we can recast the Euro if it dies. Fetch land's real good. I was thinking it has reach. That's true. I didn't really realize that, which is still fine. Whatever. Oops. Play a 4/4 Krasis here. We can wait a turn. Maybe just jam. Alright. Just all this. Just all this. These fine magic cards up here. Passage is gone. Sure. Again, they could rattle off like, 4 creatures in a row here off this Vivien. That's a good place to start. Pel Collector, Paradise Druid, sure. We do have Extinction Events in our deck. We haven't found yet. Vivian's good. Vivian's good. Once Nissa rotates, Vivian's going to be Synesty heavy play, I think. I think competing with Nissa, which is probably the best 5-mana green Planeswalker ever printed, is tough. But reach again. Okay.
And Decoria answers.
They're going to shock off the top. Jeez. Pump Cloythus. Okay. That's pretty aggressive. Well, I guess we'll go to 20. Again. We draw Nissa. Speaking of the devil. Nissa, honestly not the best right now, though. Kind of just fine. They have one reach blocker. We can... why did they shock? They can castle. Is like... As they can castle to trade the beast for a Hydroid Krasis. Which is really not the end of the world. I think Euro's definitely coming in. No point in making a 3-3 come in, so we're just going to start by attacking. We're going to send this 6-6 at Vivian, so Vivian is guaranteed to die. And the 4-4 at Garrick, and they'll probably trade the beast. Garrick will take 1. And we'll send Euro, I guess, also at Garrick. There's much point in attacking them. We just got to clear this board up. So, yeah, I imagine Euro's getting blocked anyway. So, send him in. Draw off Euro. Euro says, you concede. Okay, yeah. Busted Simic Mythics. It's a tried and true strategy. Round 1 there looking pretty good. Sultai seems quite good against Gruul. That was my first game of this new standard format. And, yeah. Sultai cards are pretty good. Definitely, it's funny because it reminds me of the older Sultai decks, that were, pre, I don't know, 2020, I guess. Just like Krasis, Nissa, good cards. It's real simple, All right, game 2, or match 2. Hand's fine. Kill spell, Euro. The thing is, like, the Euro just, it's funny because this is definitely one of the best Euro decks there is. Euro was only good in Team Reclamation, only good in Simic Ramp. That's pretty good. Never unbelievable because those decks didn't put cards in the graveyard super well. The Thought Erasure Eliminate deck does, however, and we see this in Modern, Pioneer, even Legacy. Playing Euro interactive cards is really, really good. All right, so playing as Mono Green, they've got Nissa, Double Growth Chamber Guardian, Barkhide Troll, Questing Beast. I think we're pretty happy taking the Beast here. They only had one Guardian, we could take it, but they have 2, obviously. Barkhide Troll is, it's a magic card, I guess, but Questing Beast is probably the most annoying card. They have an Extinction Event on top, and they have all 2s in their hand. So we're going to keep this, even though we don't have a 3rd land yet. It just seems too good not to keep. Basically the perfect card to mop up. We should rely on our Euro and Teferi to find us some lands. Bark, bark, bark. Alright, so fire away on the Euro here. Definitely want to draw land. A Triome would be pretty great, I think. Yeah, that plays it. Might even be better, honestly. And a Cultivate. We're going to keep that. We're going to keep that Cultivate. I like Cultivate a lot. Just Divination and Ramp at the same time. You cast one Cultivate and things feel really smooth for the rest of the game. There's certainly an opportunity cost for actually casting it, but alright, Growth Chamber Guardian is here. Now, question is, do I want to wait and really milk this Extinction Event and cast this Cultivate? I think I do. I think making land drops is pretty preferable here, so fire off Cultivate. I guess we'll get a Swamp and an Island. We can also eliminate if we feel the need. Could eliminate Growth Chamber Guardian now so they can't just untap and pump it. And then kind of like hides our Extinction Event a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to do this now. Got 3 in the bin for Euro. And they've drawn a few lands in a row here. Not too shabby. Chamber Guardian, sure. We draw another land. Now, we could be greedy here. Naming even also kills Nissa lands. If we Extinction Event here, if I untap and play Nissa, it's definitely a little annoying, but we play Krasis first. We're just going to kill it with the Extinction Event. We can't Euro yet, even though we're close. We can't Teferi either because they could just kill it. I guess not, actually. Yeah, with Nissa they can. So yeah, I think we're just going to Extinction Event here. I think our cards vastly outpower theirs, so we should just take our 2-for-1s and keep our life total high. Even. Good choice, good choice. Even if they go land Nissa here, we're just playing a monstrous Hydroid Krasis, which will eat the Nissa alive. So pretty good. Suppose if they untap and play like a 10-10 Stonecoil Serpent, that could be an issue. Heartless Act. That does kill a forest. We could Heartless Act and just cast a Euro. Just remove the 3 counters from this. Could also Krasis for a 4/4 and try and draw land, but that seems worse. So let's remove 3 counters from this creature. And then just play a Euro here. Goodbye. Euro is just like, it's just so good. It's really hard to overstate how good Euro is. Some decks just can't deal with it, you know. Again, a big Stonecoil here will be pretty good, but we can always Teferi phase it, and yeah, pretty good for us. All right, so we're gonna just attack. We could Teferi phase the land and attack Nissa, but it wouldn't even kill it. And I'd rather just play big Krasis this turn, realistically. Because Krasis can kill Nissa next turn. Alright, so pop in here, see what they do. Draw Agonizing Remorse. It's also interesting. See if they block or not. Right now we have 9 mana. Oh, I screwed up. I played a land, didn't I? I should have put the land in off of Euro. That was a mistake. I played it to fetch first. With the goal of trying to like thin my deck a little bit for my Euro draw, but that was stupid because I missed the opportunity for extra land drop. If I had done that, I could Krasis right now for to draw 3 cards. If I draw an untapped land, I could cast Agonizing Remorse. Now I can't do that anymore. So that was definitely a mistake on my part. Minor, but probably not going to cost us the game or anything. Just gonna play let's play a 7/7 Krasis here. You know, when you make a mistake and your backup play is to play 7/7 Krasis. So we would have drawn the land. I think we're going to be all right, though. I think we're going to be all right. This deck does seem really, really good against creature decks. Gruul, now mono green. Somewhat similar strategies. You know, just play big idiots and kill your opponent. And it does seem like we line up, you know, reasonably well here for sure. Okay, so similar sideboarding to earlier. Aether Gust, eliminate, Noxious Grasp, God Eternals. Definitely cutting the Teferis, the Cultivate. Mono green is definitely a little faster. I think I want to keep the Casualties of War, given how good they are against Planeswalkers and how Planeswalker-centric our Gruul opponent was against us. Gonna cut the Agonizing Remorses. At least 1 Thought Erasure. Actually, I want to leave the Cultivate again. Just cut the Thought Erasure completely. I kind of like that. Cultivate says you can cast your spells. I think if we just cast spells, we're going to be in really good shape here. Green screen's not perfect, obviously. Fortunately, with the power being out literally the entire week, losing a week on everything really sucks, pushes everything back. I had plans to purchase a lot of things for the office and for my studio this week and get a lot of work done. And instead, we did nothing. So, hashtag soon. All right. Let's see what mono green can do here. That's a great hand. This deck does seem pretty solid. 1 drop. Okay. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. So, drew a untap land. Now we have Gust and Eliminate. Growth Chamber Guardian. Alright, I think we need to eliminate that before they get untap. We can see how them having the 1 drop is such a huge deal, because if they had nothing in play right now, it would be a completely different game, and then having a 3/3. So, Stonecoil for 3. Stonecoil is good. We do have a lot of black removal though, so we can kill Stonecoil reasonably well. Does line up well against our cards though. Krasis, Euro. Alright, they had Questing Beast there. Things get a little ugly. Alright, we're gonna gust this. Don't you Rangers guile me. Goodbye. And nothing. Extinction Event on even, of course, does the trick to kill a Stonecoil. They have 4 lands and didn't play anything else. I think I'm taking the 1-for-1 here, the Extinction Event. We have 2 Krasis in our hand, and don't really want to take any damage. Krasis is even anyway. We're just going to go for it. It's not ideal, but... The graphic always that cool? Wasn't that cool last game, was it? Alright, there's Questing Beast. That's pretty good. Pretty smart of them if they held that back last turn. Heartless Act. Must be nice. We're going to wait until their turn into combat so they can't play a second Questing Beast. Got punished. Definitely glad we have the Casualties of War in now, because the Great Henge is obviously very, very good. Does make our future Heartless Acts pretty bad, but... They play a 2-drop here off this Great Henge. I think we're in trouble. Or a 3-drop. Or nothing. Alright, we're going to go to, what is this, back to 6. Play a Krasis for 4. Not amazing. Definitely okay start. Extinction Event's pretty good. They want to go nuts here, but obviously Great Henge is a pretty sick card draw engine, so... Probably going to board in that 3rd Casualties of War if we can, if we go into game 3 here. Nissa shakes the world. Okay. Again, Nissa's lands are even, which kind of stinks. But funny enough, they're not drawing anything. They're gaining no benefit off the Henge here, which is pretty great for us. I'm not thrilled to play another Krasis, but we kind of have to pressure Nissa anyway, or it's going to die. So we're going to do that. And we're going to just crank it up to a 5/5. Sizing does matter to an extent here. Oh boy, that's a lot of lands. All right. This is going to be a pretty high variance game for the next 2 turns. If they draw a creature, they have a chance to play like 15 different things. If they draw a land, they do nothing. It's very, very different. So, wide variety of outcomes possible here. Oh, that's a good one. All right. 3/3. Attacking would be insane. They're insane. Love it. Go to 5. Untap and draw another Extinction Event. Still awkward. We're going to cycle here. Hello, buddy. Oh, man. We were really cooking here. All right. That's that. We got plenty of cards for our buddy Euro there. And finish off here. We lead back the Krasis. We can obviously Heartless Act the land. So now this is a weird spot because obviously they can just dump a whole bunch of spells next turn. Again, if they just draw Pel Collector, Pel Collector, 2-drop, 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 2-drop. They could have 10 things in play. We have Extinction Event though, so it isn't too bad. I'm going to hold back this Krasis. It's also good against Questing Beast, and now our Heartless Act can't kill much. So we're just going to play it safe here. We have Euro on tap too, so this is definitely, if we survive for a turn or two, we'll probably be okay. Even though the Henge is very good over, you know, multiple turns as well, but I think our cards are better. And the existence of Extinction Event allows us to mop up and draw and take go. So they've bricked for 2 turns in a row. They've hit the bottom end of their range. This is a trigger. We can actually respond to this. So we can still kill Questing Beast. We're going to untap. Alright, that's first. We're going to play Euro. We're going to see what's up. Many, many lands. We're going to ship. I think their only haster is Questing Beast, because they could have like Ceratops, but we're 9 and we have Heartless Act and a blocker, so oh man, Brick City here. Poor Great Henge. Poor Great Henge wants to do so much work and just not allowed to do much right now. Noxious Grasp. That's pretty good too. Just send him the clowns. I'm gonna leave back the 4/4. This is a 2-turn clock anyway. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And we're gonna mill ourselves. Make a 4/4. Kill their creature. Hit another Euro. Oh boy. Oh boy, indeed. Definitely bad luck on their part. They just didn't draw a creature for like 5 turns in a row. So, pretty rough beats there. If there's a card in their deck that can overcome the things that we're doing, it's definitely the Great Henge. But not today. Not today. Would have been an interesting battle if they were able to find a creature. But cool, 2-0. Let's keep going here. We're getting some prizes here. All my arena quests I haven't touched in a week. And the green screen's all screwed up. Makes me angry. That's okay. Gotta get, the issue is I don't have proper lighting in this room right now. It's just the lights on the ceiling. So I gotta get proper lighting. Get a new camera. New tech coming. It's gonna be great. I had a shopping spree planned last week. Last week for you guys. It's current still this week for me. And Tropical Storm getting in the way of me spending money. All these hands have looked so good. Just kill spell, Euro, other payoff, and lands. You know, it's funny because, you know, Eliminate doesn't look like Road Spiral, but if you just kill their creature, you kind of waste their turn, and it's like you get another turn. So, sort of like ramping, you know? All right, we're going to Watery Grave first. Ooh, a little mirror match action. I mean, I kind of doubt we're going to be eliminating anything. I'm just going to play a land tapped. All right. Let's Euro it up. These Extinction Events don't look very good in the mirror, but let's see what we can do. We do have Nissa, turn 4 on the play. It's about as fast as you can do it without a Boreal Grazer. Main deck Narset. Main deck Narset's pretty good, but Eliminate is now going to actually do something which is pretty cool too. I guess Nissa would just kill it also, so never mind. But they're playing multiple main deck Narsets. Obviously, our Nissa does a good job of cleaning that up. I mean, our Eliminates. I mean, the ability to cast Eliminate doesn't seem like it matters that much, but I guess we'll give ourselves the option.
Behold, nature's true power.
They get to kill my Overgrown Tomb with the Eliminate. I guess maybe I should just targeted the Watery Grave. Nah, that's a black source too. This is fine. Still gonna untap with 7 mana at minimum, 9 mana with an untap. So upkeep, crack that passage. Okay. They have like a main deck Aether Gust here. That kind of suck. Yeah, they do. Man, pretty hateful here so far. We don't have a 5th land. We probably got to ship this. And drawing literally all 3 copies of Extinction Event is pretty frustrating. It's not a great card in the matchup, obviously. All right, we're going to decline. And just keep playing here, I guess. Just play Krasis for 2, which is not ideal. Ugh. So I'd say we've drawn pretty badly so far. All right, well, we draw a land, which is fine. We're going to attack. And they wish to eliminate my 2/2. Thought Erasure feels kind of nice. They could definitely have casualties of war in their hand. Terrible tap. What are they doing? Just need to leave me a no blue. Gross. Yep. So they have Gust, Casualties of War. So Enemy for Krasis on top. Cool. Keep that. Probably not going to cast it for a little bit, but they weren't actually considering gusting my Krasis, right? That would be insane. All right, so they have Forest Gust card. Untap. Could play a 3/3 Krasis. Just trying to make a land drop here. I don't hate it, honestly. It would make an Extinction Event from their side pretty annoying, but doing nothing this turn feels pretty bad. Yeah, it's bad against Planeswalkers too. Just do it. It's pretty good. This can turn our Extinction Events into cardboard to exile to Euro, rather than fairly redundant, worthless cards. Alright, so let's attack. Cool. Let's play Teferi. I think this is the first time I'm casting this card. We're gonna loot, discarded Extinction Event. I guess we'll play a Swamp and leave open Eliminate. In case they want to try and Nissa us, something like that. Their own Euro and plenty of cards to get it back. So now we can Extinction Event their Euro, which is kind of cool. So that is definitely an option available to us. Cool.
We still have much to learn.
I'm going to pitch a land here. We're definitely casting at least one Extinction Event, and I want to keep another one for the next Euro, so let's pitch a land. 4 and 2. Just pitch one. So closing in on casting our own Euro, which is kind of cool. Alright. Let's loot. Want to keep this passage because it's a way to put more cards in the graveyard for Euro. Let's ship the Overgrown Tomb. Extinction Event on Odd. And I guess we're gonna like play the passage. We can cycle the Triome. We can just like loot the Triome anyway. I might just play the Let's play the Triome. We'll see what we want to do with what they do and if we're going to loot and stuff. Euro again. Not close to casting this one, though. So they've gained 9 life so far, though. Because for some inexplicable reason, Euro gains life. Couldn't tell you why. Shocking. Interesting. So they've shocked in their 4th mana with a Gust and a card. It's definitely a little weird. Remorse. Keep that. That'll help us figure out what's up, right? Discard this Fabled Passage. And untap. Let's just start right here with the Remorse, I think. We can actually attack first. Let's attack first. If they have some sort of kill spell in their hand, they'll probably kill a Krasis in response. I might as well get the damage in. I called it. All right, so Krasis is dead. Remorse will take the Aether Gust. Are they going to Gust my Krasis? That would be wild. Yeah, that seems insane. Now we have an Extinction Event for their Euro, but I'd rather just play my Euro at this point. Let's loot first, though. Loot. Just discard a land. Play Euro. Yeah, we got some boom booms here. So they have a Narset, Parter, Veils. So we have not drawn a card yet. So we can still wait on this. They can Narset. They can find a Nissa. This is good. They can Nissa, sure. Untap a land. They currently have no answers to Euro or my Krasis or my Teferi. And we have all the things in the world to deal with their Euros. So I would say we are significantly ahead this game. Discard this Thought Erasure. Another Euro, sure. I guess we're gonna loot again. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm an idiot. Whatever. It'll tilt them off because Rob's gonna win this game, so it just makes them angrier to lose to us by making mistakes like that. Whatever, sure. Kill that. Kill this. Kill you. We could eliminate the... Nah, we want to save this for the Euro. So we're not going to draw a card off Euro either, which is annoying, but we do get to turn off the Narset. If we eliminate the Narset, we don't have eliminate for their Euro, so... I think this is fine, though. They have very little... We also are close to ultimating our Teferi, which is pretty sick, too, so... +1, your Planeswalker, just discard a card. Just put it in the bin. Alright, so there's Euro. Euro resolves. We're going to loot in response. That's a boomer. I mean, now I might just hold on to Casualties of War and just cast that instead. It is vulnerable to Aether Gust. We also just have a double time walk too, so it doesn't really matter. So, got to get passive punked by Narset just to increase our opponent's tilt factor, which is great. Now we're going to bring in our own Narsets. I don't know. This is my first time playing the mirrors. It's my first time basically playing this new format. Typically in Jund mirrors, you don't want that many discard spells because they're such a bad top deck. However, there are certainly a lot of big boomy cards that can do a lot of stuff here. Definitely want Noxious Grasp in some number. Seems mostly better than Heartless Act. Extinction Event's pretty bad. Only really good against Euro in like weird corner case scenarios. I'd say we want Gust and Negate. I think I'd rather have the reactive cards than discard spells. I want Casualties of War. I want the Grasps. Let's cut the Remorses. Cut the Thought Erasures, maybe. I want to cut some discard spells too, though. Some kill spells. Heartless Act feels pretty bad. We have 3 Gust, 2 Eliminate, 2 Noxious Grasp. Feels pretty good. In which case, maybe we just keep the Thought Erasures in. Remorse, of course, can exile a Euro, but I don't really think we're like super worried about that. Yeah, let's have Thought Erasure on the draw, I guess. I could see cutting a land too, honestly. It's going to be, you know, a very removal spell, discard spell heavy matchup. Not sure. Let's try this. Oh boy, that's a hand. We're gonna have a look at this one. That is a hand. That is also a hand. All right, we're gonna keep. I'm not gonna go 5 here. We have a scry land. Our deck has like 30 lands in it. Certainly not ideal, but sure. Now we have double blue for Teferi. No black yet, but all right. So they left their Thought Erasures in. They have no green though, so goodbye Nissa, which is fine. Could be worse. Fancy Cultivate. Oh, you fancy, huh? No forests. Interesting. Aether Gust. We could definitely leave up Gust here to insulate against Nissa. Obviously, turn 2 Thought Erasure, turn 3 Cultivate, turn 4 Nissa's got to be like the nuts. But if they don't do that, we don't do anything, which feels pretty bad. I'm gonna Euro. I also didn't get Forest to Cultivate, which makes me think I'm a little off Nissa. Wow, that's not very good. All right, we're pretty clunked up here. Thought Erasure again. Okay. Definitely rather than play Thought Erasure effects and stuff than actually play threats, because we're heavy on gas, light on ways to do things. What do you even take here? You know? Took the Krasis, not the Narset. That's pretty interesting. Alright. Draws the land. Must be nice. So now do we want to Teferi Master of Time or play Narset? Teferi's certainly good, but we're definitely looking at a Negate here or something like that. I think Narset's better than Teferi, honestly. I think we're gonna Teferi here and probably get negated so we can Narset next turn. Also, if we draw a land, we can Grasp or Gust. Nope, it's gonna resolve. Wow, alright. Plus Nissa. So it's possible they have Noxious Grasp, maybe. Got this 2 mana up, didn't do anything. I guess we'll ship the Gust. Gust, because they can also have Casualties of War. Oh, that would be a disaster. We get Stone Rain too. I'm gonna discard the Nissa. They go land caches here, we're probably dead. Obviously, we'll be down 3 lands and a bunch of card advantage. Alright. I mean, a little annoying in the sense that, like, if we had played Narset, we could have stopped this, but I was pretty sure they had an interactive spell, you know? Alright, we'll dump the Euro. Gotta find a black source. There it is. Okay. I guess we're gonna Narset first, then loot.
Mind and body should move. Keep an open
Grasp or Nissa. Given that I have 2 Planeswalkers in play, I kind of like the Grasp. Just keep these things going. We also have 2 double Euro too. Take that. Fire off the loot skis. Might as well discard the Overgrown Tomb and just not take damage, I guess. We have plenty of green sources and forests. I'm gonna kill this right now, so they can't negate it. So we have 2 protected planeswalkers and some Euros. Again, Casualties of War would be good now, but it would have been much better last turn. So if they drew it off their Krasis, you know, what are you gonna do? But we can keep playing here. I think I'm gonna screw it up because now if I guess they would kill the swamp with Casualties of War. If they kill one of my blue sources, I couldn't cast a Euro, but they'd probably just kill the black source anyway, so it doesn't matter. That'd be a reason to keep Overgrown Tomb over Swamp and just take the 2. Cultivate again. Okay. So their list is different than ours. Getting some basics. Fancy jumpstart basics. Temple of Malady. Malady. And they're just saying go again. Wow. Alright, we're going to loot again. Krasis. Only have 5 lands in play. I'd say we're almost assuredly casting Euro next turn. And I kind of want to keep these interactive cards because Gust can protect us against a Casualties of War. I suppose Grasp is getting a little worse. I don't think I want to tap out, though. I'm not sure the Krasis. Drop Reading Pool. All right, let's start with Narset.
Meditate.
Nissa.
Prepare.
I'm kind of down with this Thought Erasure, though. They've had a lot of cards in their hand. I mean, they've been kind of chilling for a while. I would not be surprised if they had an answer to Euro. And I kind of want to keep Gust up as well. I'm going to take Thought Erasure. Let's Thought Erasure you. Show me what's up. Show me the world. I can show you the world. They have a Casualties of War, so they haven't been casting it, which is pretty interesting. And they have Eliminate, which will deal with Euro, but whatever. They have a bunch of lands. Let's put the land in a graveyard. And I guess we'll Euro and then loot. Let's loot first. Sure. Alright, so I mean, they're going to eliminate this, but whatever. We have tons of cards in our graveyard, so. And land, Thought Erasure, Grasp. We have no way to recur our spells like Tameo. They don't know that, so. Now, the awkward thing is here we can just loot this forest away. And the looting effect is kind of awkward in these ramp decks because you want all your lands in play. But I think we're going to hold this and loot it away, so we'll decline here. Which is kind of why I wasn't as interested in Hydroid Krasis. Cycle Triome, sure. Untap. If only you could phase your own things out, you know? That's fun. Problem is, like, they're one Hydroid Krasis away from, like, getting back into this game, you know? So, would like to close the door sooner rather than later. I'm going to ship the Triome here. Alright, we are going to Euro again. And this time, we got nothing left.
Fight on without me.
Aether Gust is cool. I'll put in a land here, I think. We have 3 blue sources. We have enough forests. Sure. Loot. Eliminate. I mean, I'm going to discard Eliminate here, and we'll have double Gust available. I guess you want to insulate against the worst case scenario, which is Krasis. So keeping Eliminate is honestly not that bad. Just having double Gust is kind of... We also just, like, get rid of 1 Aether Gust. Actually, kind of... I mean, they have a million cards in their graveyard for Euro. Ship a Gust. We're also, like, going to ultimate our Teferi next turn, too, so... Now we have Teferi threatening ultimate. Actually, we can actually ultimate right now if we wanted to, and just take 2 turns in a row. Alright, they're going to play their own Euro. which I think is because 3 turns in a row of Euro attacking is obviously pretty insane. We could just gust this. Nah. I'm not gonna draw anyway. It doesn't matter because we have Narset out. I haven't seen Narset in play in a while. Huh. So we're just saying go? Sure. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. A lot of scoops to Teferi here. 3-0. Gruul, mono green, mirror. Nothing can stand up to the Euro menace. Attack of the Euros. Revenge of Euro. A new Euro. The Euro strikes back. Return of the Euro. The Euro awakens. The last Euro. The rise of Euro. Oh, well, that's a hand. Keep no Euro this time, but you know, lands, kill spell, payoff. It all works. It all works. I guess we'll. Ooh, I want to try him actually. It's not a fabled passage. Let's try him. Who's our next victim here? Oh, there he is. There he is. A Jeskai Triome. Interesting. We're just gonna play a land tapped here. We could like leave up eliminate if we're feeling like some sort of window in a deck or something maybe, but Steam Vents untapped, go. Maybe like a Jeskai Flash deck or something. Play Euro. Put in a Overgrown Tomb. Playing cards, doing our thing. So shock and then nothing. Okay. It's a bold statement to make. I think we just jam. Just ship the Nissa here. Like, show me what you got. You got Quench, something like that. What do you got for me? Punish me.
Seek shelter in my stewardship.
Sorry, folks. Nissa. Let's go up on just swamp, honestly. I want to keep my forests in play. I don't think having the ability to play eliminate matters. Sure. That kind of makes sense. That's a card that would have shocked for turn 2 but didn't have a... I mean, what are we going to play but they're going to bounce anyway on turn 2? Like... I feel like Godzilla land should be 6/6s. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. Opponents have a tank. Turn 4. Brazen Borrower. Sphinx of Foresight. Interesting. I mean... Fire's Invention, no longer legal. No longer legal. We can't eliminate a Sphinx of Foresight, and we can't Extinction Event it without losing our swamp. But we could just, like, Nissa, I suppose, and have Eliminate up. They can't kill the Nissa, else they have a Stomp, too. Which is fine, I guess. And they could have Deafening Clarion, I guess. I have no idea what they're playing. So we also just crank a Krasis here. Like a 4/4 Krasis is obviously not like the most exciting thing ever, but it's pretty good. That's like the safest play, probably. Play Nissa and they have a Stomp, they could just kill it. They have Clarion, it's awkward. Yeah, just play 4/4 Krasis. This is like a very, very safe play. This is like Just being super safe. I want to know what's up. I'm not going to make any risky plays here. It's still a really good play. Is it the optimal play if we know their hand? Probably not in any scenario, but it is by far the safest play, given that we're not sure what's going on yet, and it's the play that is least likely to screw us. Our hand's already great. Just taking a safety play here. Now you have Heartless Act to kill the Sphinx. You got Thought Erasure. It was a really good 2 cards to draw also, because now we can make a more informed decisions going forward. We can Thought Erasure them, kill their thing, play Teferi, maybe Nissa untap, cast one of these. Watch them go back in the tank. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna Thought Erasure. Pretty easy. Just fire away here and let's just see what's going on. I don't know what's happening over there. You gotta tell me. Show me something. Alright, so they're playing some sort of Winona deck. They have Raise the Alarm, Kenny, and Double Baron. And they chose to not bounce our... They chose to just do nothing. Not bounce our land, not play Kenny. Looks like their plan is to Raise the Alarm and Brazen Borrower. And if they draw Winona, then that's really annoying. We'll take Kenny here. Honestly. Kenny's by far the best card in their hand by like a lot. Yeah. Another Thought Erasure. We do have another Thought Erasure in our hand as well. We can have our Heartless Act or Eliminate available too. If we cast this, they're going to cast Raise the Alarm Response, and then they're just going to lose one of these, which isn't even that bad. I guess we just do it though. Whatever. I'm not playing Teferi, I don't think. Yeah. Playing Teferi feels, I don't know. Sure. They draw Winona, we have a Heartless Act. Casualties of War, it's not bad. I'll keep that. So there you go. They'll play Brazen Bar, which is fine. They draw exactly Winona, which is the best draw in their entire deck. We have Heartless Act, so... Go on top. Ooh, boy. Haktos the Unscarred. So, that's interesting. It has protection from everything but 2. So we can just kill it with Heartless Act or Krasis or anything. Extinction Event also, I mean, even, and then an odd. We also have evens though, so it's like not the best ever, but... Alright, I mean, we're going to untap in Casualties of War, I suppose. So we have even, odd, even. We're going to eliminate the Brazen Borrower. Untap, and now... We could Extinction Event on even, but we lose a lot if we do that. It's pretty good, though. And we're currently... almost there on Euro as well. Can't do everything. Casualties of War is not the best at the moment because there's nothing really important to kill. I'm just going to play Teferi, I think, and leave up our Heartless Act and set up for an even better turn later on. I think they can also like bounce something too. We can phase things and kill things, and them bouncing our lands almost a positive for us because it means we can Heartless Act. I mean, Extinction Event better. So let's loot Passage. And this is like almost awkward. I'm gonna I don't think I want Nissa. How weird that is. I'm gonna play the Passage too. Just say go. Passage is another card in the graveyard for Euro. If they kill my swamp, it's the 6 land for Casualties of War. Also, leaving up Heartless Act is pretty big game too. So they can't Winona us out of nowhere. Speak of the devil. Winona Rider. Alright, so yeah, it's fine. Let's get a Forest. Kill that. Hydroid Krasis is coming for you. Your Achilles heel here. No trample, right? No. Has to attack. Sure. Loot. Discard land. And land. And now you get to Extinction Event and Euro. Cool. Cool. All coming up Millhouse here. It's annoying that we can't, we actually can't Extinction Event, then attack, and then Euro, because we can't tap Swamp for Euro, but whatever. It's fine. Could be worse, I guess. I don't want to keep lands in my hand for looting anyways. Yeah, this is fine. Just Extinction Event, stay even. Tap this for sure. Now, a Winona off the top doesn't screw us. Play Euro. Draw an island. We're not going to play that. We're going to hold that for a loot on Teferi. Teferi's pretty good. It's not nothing overwhelmingly good. Just a very, very solid card. Just very flexible. Very interesting Planeswalker design. It doesn't play like any Planeswalker really previously printed. It's also a cool way of showing time, you know, whereas Teferi Time Raveler is like, hey, you can't have fun. This card's like, hey, you, the player, you can have fun, you know? So, Sphinx of Foresight, that's a magic card we don't really care about. I think this game is basically over. Loot, discard, Casualties of War, loot. We're going to kill basically everything here. 3, 6, 7. What's going on? Discard that. Play this. We're going to remorse them and Casualties them and just leave them with actual nothing. Feels pretty good. Oh, we're lagging a bit here. It's kind of weird. That wasn't the proper land to kill, but, you know, we're back now, and time's a wasting, so. Pretty good. All right, so Magic Arena tried to stop us. It's probably our opponent's only path to victory was our Arena Pliant crashing and never coming back. So we'll take that. 1-0 here against this Jeskai Winona deck. 3-0 in matches overall, doing pretty good. Eliminate Noxious Grasp. I would say we are not interested in Casualties of War. I would say Aether Gust is kind of weird. It is obviously good against the card Winona specifically. It doesn't seem great against the rest of their deck. Kind of fine leaving that one on the bench. Enter the God Eternals is kind of cool. It definitely does a decent job of killing things. It's a little clunky, but... And how much removal or how much discard do we want? I don't think I want like a ton. So we have other ways to deal with Winona. We have 5 spells that kill it outright. Teferi can also defend against it. I'm going to bring the God Eternals, I think. Maybe we'll leave in like... It's funny. I think that if we're cutting the Casualties of War, we can afford to cut a land too. I think I'm fine cutting like Maybe a Forest. And then maybe leave in 2 copies of Agonizing Remorse. The discard seems pretty nice. They're very focused around one particular card in Winona. I'll just like try and make sure we deny them that card. That's a hand. Let's keep it. This card's cool. This card's so good against aggro decks. Sphinx of Foresight. Look at that. Opening hand actions. I guess Leylands are also legal too, right? Top, bottom, sure. Kind of a weird card. I guess you like find your Winona easier, but doesn't really play well in the deck. You never want to cast it really. Doesn't. It's not a good enabler for Winona. Whoa, doggy. That's a good card. All right, let's see if this discard spell is worth the price we paid. Mystical Dispute. Still a card. Still a card. I could have played Agonizing Remorse to play around it. I did not. Tap land, Hollowblade. Hollowblade's certainly a good Magic card, but they're about to have almost no hand, so they got Sphinx and they had the Winona. It's gone. So our goal now is to not die. Basically. They go land Sphinx here. I guess, yeah, I mean, they could do it. Ooh, it's app land. You hate to see it. I hate to see it. All right. So now we're going to Teferi. I guess we can plus to 4, and then we can't phase the Hollowblade and survive the attack with Savior. God Eternals will kill the 4/4. I'm sorry, it won't. It'll kill the Selfless Savior, which is a problem. If we... I guess they have no cards to protect their Hollowblade, right? So we just play Krasis on 2 here. And just make some blocks. They can discard the card they draw, but whatever. And the 4/4 we get off God Eternals can block the Hollowblade. They can defend. It's pretty good too. They can defend their Sphinx. You have other ways to deal with that too. Now we have End of the God Eternals into Teferi and Heartless Act. So yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape here. They can spike a Winona in the next like turn or two. Things could get ugly, but we're at 15. Game 3, they discard a card. I'm actually kind of okay with that. Let's see what they pitch here. Alright, they drew a land. So that's like the worst case. You know, they drew a land. That's a good card to pitch, but... Alright, so they Sphinx. We draw Thought Erasure. LOL. I guess we're going to God Eternals here. And they'll stack their Savior, but we'll have a 4/4 blocker for their thing. They also have a chance to hit Euro, which is pretty insane, too. So they stack Savior. We mill 4 cards. If we hit a Euro, we do a backflip. I can't do a backflip. I'm totally kidding. And we don't, but it's fine. And now the 4/4 checks the 3/1. And they bottom, sure. We have Heartless Act to kill the Sphinx. Thought Erasure should empty the hand. Teferi to keep things going. I think we're in pretty great shape here. All right, we're gonna play Teferi first. We could. I want to Thought Erasure first, so I want to build the Heartless Act too. So, all right. So that's unfortunate, obviously, but I think it's still fine because realistically, we want to play Heartless Act on the Sphinx regardless. So, it kind of stinks, but it's fine. We're going to kill this now. Now we're like at parity, but our cards are all a lot better than theirs. We have more lands in play, and we have the board locked down too, so... It's fun. I guess we'll Thought Erasure. I mean... We get a scry. If they have like a dispute or some like reactive card, we get it. It's probably nothing, but yeah, sure. Sure. So now we're just looking for a payoff. I mean, any Krasis, Planeswalker, End of the God Eternals, Euro. Anything exciting here is pretty good for us. Basically any payoff. Cycle of a Triome. It's untapped, and they have 2 fresh cards here. Can they punish us? Suppose the Mana War Wizard bouncing our zombie army would be pretty good. I think I'd rather save 2 life than like thin our deck by 1% or whatever. And step raise the alarm. So please don't draw Winona. If they draw Winona, we're probably going to die. Winona is so much better than every card of their deck. It's one of the most powerful cards in the format. So very swingy few turns lined up here. Jeez. Where are my Triomes at, Don't Winona me. Don't play Winona. Sure. And Dougie. I mean, definitely need to draw a spell. Bark, bark. Not a spell. Not a spell. I guess. I mean, we could kill a Hollow Blade right now, but I don't really see a reason to do that yet. Because any spell they draw, they would just play. It's not going to have cards in hand anyway. They'd probably just sack the doggy regardless. They're coming in. 3, 4, 5, 6. Interesting. Discard a land. So we're going to eliminate the Hollow Blade and force them to sack their dog. So we'll take 5, and then we have more opportunities to kill things. We go to 6. We draw. I mean, I guess if we never draw a spell, we're going to lose, but... Too late. Too late. Needed Krasis, Euro, End of the God Eternals. Many other cards we could draw that would win the game. Nissa, unfortunately, 2 turns ago would have been the game, but now it's not enough. So kind of a frustrating game there, but whatever. You just flood sometimes. It happens. Okay. All right, so game 3. The presence of Mystical Dispute changes things a bit. I think I actually want to lean a little more towards Remorse over Thought Erasure. Makes me a little less excited about Enter the God Eternals too. I even boarded a land out too. I think we're in great shape though. Honestly, I think we'll be fine. We just drew a million lands that game realistically. Maybe playing Krasis on 4 was wrong. I don't think it was, but I'm not sure. All right, on the play. Game 3. Only come in 3s. I mean, it's obviously one of our better cards against them, but we don't have a way to cast it or anything else to do. We're going to mulligan this hand. If we had a black source, I think we keep, but this is just ridiculous. That's much better. What do we dump, though? The fourth land to allow us to cast Krasis to look for more lands is like pretty big game. But both Grasp and Extinction Event are also quite good. I could see actually dumping Krasis. So it's very important we make our land drops. We have 4 Krasis and 4 Euro in our deck, so you know, if this Krasis was just a 2/2 for 2 for 4 but drew a card, it's not really exciting, but later in the game it'll be more exciting. And we're just gonna shuffle it back anyway, so all right, here we go. Triome Nissa. This is not bad. This is not bad. What kind of 2-drop can they play but actually want to Noxious Grasp? Probably not much, right? Let's not play this. There you go. Like, we're not going to grasp a Hollow Blade. Ooh, like this. And probably raise the alarm. Also want to save grass for Winona, most likely. And with Overgrown Tomb, we can play Nissa, untap, and then still have Grasp up, which is great too. So, get an island. Eliminate. Yeah. So, raise the alarm's fine. Selfless Savior, sure. Selfless Savior. Alright. Sure. It's pretty annoying, actually, because they can... That turns off our ability to kill Winona. We're probably dead here. We're probably going to have to untap Extinction Event on odd, and they're going to untap the Winona and kill us, but we can't do anything about it anyway. So... Ooh. That changes things. You could have 2 Winonas, but... Okay. We're going to fire up a Agonizing Remorse. We're going to tap our lands better than that, but... This is a way to stop Winona if they have it. They have 2, so be it. Alright, they have the Winona. They don't have a land. And they have a bouncy creature, a Sphinx, and a Brazen Borrower. So their hand's pretty terrible without the Winona. And now our Extinction Event can do possibly more. And there's just a go. And they can't play anything. All right, we're going to Extinction Event on odd to kill the Saviors and play tap land and set up for Nissa into a kill spell. Don't go land Winona here. All right. 11? Okay. I guess if I drew like an actual, like a counter spell here, it's going to be pretty devastating, but... Ugh, that is absolutely gross. All right. We know almost every card in their hand. All right, we're back to drawing, needing to draw Krasis or Euro or something. Or Fabled Passage. It's fine too, I guess. Alright, I mean, we gotta kill the dog. We're on a 3-turn clock now, and it just puts it down to a 5-turn clock. Sure. It's fine. They draw a land here, and they can play Sphinx. We're in pretty big trouble. Ugh, why do I talk? Alright, I mean, we just gotta draw an actual spell. I mean, if we go 2 games in a row without drawing a spell, I mean, we're gonna be pretty dead. So, we got black, 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 blue, blue, blue. Alright, need a spell. That is a spell. That is a spell. Now, they can bounce it. Ooh, Extinction Event. These are all even, right? Even, even, even? Even Stevens? Yeah. Sounds good to me. Even. I can't even. Now, we play Euro, they're going to bounce it with the Baron, but whatever, because we have a bajillion cards in our graveyard anyway, so. Or 8. A bajillion, 8, same thing. Alright, so we're going to Euro. They'll bounce it with Brazen Bar. They Borrower too. Realistically, we're just drawing cards, basically. This is like that bad escape card that just like draws a card, which is honestly totally fine for us, so. That's pretty wild. Sure. So put that on top of our deck, which is fine. I would like to cycle this Triome to put more cards in our graveyard, so. I mean, no pressure in play. Like, we don't really. That's, you know, it's fine. It's like a little annoying, but. It's pretty good. Just keep gaining 3 and drawing cards. That's a pretty good one, too. I guess they have to, like, play a thing we can kill with it. Because their things are kind of flashy right now, but... if we draw a land, our God Eternals plays around, what's it called? A Mystical Dispute. I think we're just, like, kill this now with Heartless Act. Grasp has Winona covered. I guess the 4/4, we have the covered with this. Yeah, I'm going to do this now. I think if we, as long as we survive and just keep Euroing, we're in great shape. And just putting more cards in the graveyard is great. So if we like let them untap and try to God Eternals it, and they counter it, and they just like poke us a few times and kill us, they can kind of cheese us out. So, all right, well, we ain't there yet on Euro, but I mean, they got a ways to go here. And if they tap out for anything big and we resolve God Eternals, the 4/4 is huge. The mill 4 cards is huge. The 4 life is huge. Just everything. Kenny. Well, we can't. God Eternals a Kenny. Or 1 card off Euro. All right, we're gonna grasp this. Kenny can't stick around. That's just not a thing we can do. So fire up the Euro again. We would have mana to play through a Dispute. We would have mana to play Enter the God Eternals and flash this back again. So to hold this land in our hand. They're probably going to bounce it. We're going to be casting it from our hand anyway, so we'll have plenty of opportunities to play more lands. That's pretty cool. Also puts 2 cards in our graveyard too, which is nice. Sup? Dispute and another bouncy thing. So just take this. We're obviously pretty easily going to play around Dispute here. The bajillion lands in play. They got nothing now. They got nothing. Cycle Triome is cool. I guess we're playing the Overgrown Tomb. Just say go. That's a little scary. That's a little scary. Definitely a silly cheese out card for sure. All right, so only things that cost 4. So we don't have many cards that can actually stop this, but we are going to gain some life and kill some stuff. Now even Nissa too. The problem is the Nissa's just going to die to this thing. Oh man. All right. We've got 3 in the bin. Yeah, what did our deck cost 4? Not much. So we basically Extinction Events are the only way to actually kill this thing. But we can just go bigger than it, obviously. If we Nissa, we can enter the God Eternals, the Baron. Pretty safely, right? All of our green lands are forests anyway. Wait, nope. Let's play Nissa. Now you have 10 mana.
We are all connected.
Let's untap.
Harness the elements.
Just kill this, mill some cards, get our Euro going here. We're not going to be playing Euro this turn into the dispute, so... Now, top card was a Krasis. That kind of stinks. But, alright. We'll just say go. Now they kind of like have to attack the Nissa. So it just like gain 6 life, extra card in the graveyard, and a 3/3, which is pretty good. And once this thing starts attacking, we can just start firing back too. They attack this for 6. We attack them for 7 and play a Euro, which is pretty great too. So... Yeah.
The land will not forsake you.
Actually, I should probably remorse them first. In case they drew exactly Aether Gust. It should be pretty annoying. Should be real clear. We have 3 up, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Hackdos ain't racing Euro, that's for sure. It obviously has to attack, so... That's pretty nice. Save that for next turn. Not even sure what they can draw here, because usually Winona's the big draw, but there's no non-humans in play, so... And they need a way to deal with Euro, but also defend themselves. Kenny's not bad. Kenny's not bad. It's a pretty good draw. They get to untap, they can start gaining life and stuff. Okay. Another Euro. So we're just going to slam here. I'll throw away a 4/4, deal a bunch of damage. Then untap, they can start gaining life. Eliminate. It's not particularly useful. Alright. Then we'll just play a large Krasis, playing around Dispute, and then we should be able to get them next turn. So, 4, it's 10, 11. So we can spend 8 mana, make a 6/6 Krasis. That leaves us with Triome, Breeding Pool, Swamp untapped. Perfect. They can gain 10 next turn, but I don't think that'll be enough. Oh boy. Well, maybe I should show that first, actually. I mean, I want to see what I drew off this thing, but now I can just kill the Kenny with the Heartless Act. Pretty sick draw. And I should do this now. They can't dispute it, right? Nope. Yeah, pretty good. So if we had done this first, we actually would have just won the game on the spot. That might have been better. All your cards are so good. Yeah, just do whatever you want. Just hit buttons. You know, it'll all work out for you. And then do I want to play with Triome? No. I think we're pretty flush on mana here. We'll take it. So 4-0. Unsurprisingly, the deck that won. That's so weird. Why is it like in the middle like that? It's a little weird. Unsurprisingly, the deck that won the Red Bull tournament and won the Star City tournament is actually pretty good. Who would have thought, right? Deck seems really, really good. Just seems like this seems like the baseline. Like this is your deck. This is the deck in the format that is like the level 0 deck, if you will. Fabled by standard, you got to beat this deck. Simple as that. These cards are still really, really good. Euro, Nissa, Krasis, and once Reclamation's gone, which is kind of the thing that goes over the top of everything, where like if you tap out for a 10-10 Krasis, they just kill you with Expansion Explosion. With that element gone from the format and things get a little more fair, this is like the ultimate fair deck. So deck seems really, really good. Results showed it. Results from the tournament showed it. If you like Nissa, you like Euro, go for it. I do love Nissa in these decks also being able to untap your lands for interactive spells. If you can untap a Tomb or a Breeding Pool or a Triome, have the ability to also have Eliminate, Heartless Act, Negate, Aether Gust up. That's just so awesome on turn 5. So deck seems sweet. I'm Jim Davis. Sorry for the bumps in the video. Obviously, it's a little issues here and there, but thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And also a little bit of rust from not playing for a week and living in the land of no power. But I'm back. I'm happy to be back. And yeah, sweet. So Force is always a companion article to this video on CoolStuffInc.com proper. Check that out, of course. And check out my article from last Friday, all about the cards that are now king in standard. The best ones left. We see a few of them here in Euro and Nissa. The rest are in the article as well. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'm Jim Davis for CoolStuffInc.com. I'll see you next time. I got more painting to do. Still wearing my painting shirt. Love y'all. Thanks for watching.